holding RetroCon, and I'm talking to Larry Kenney, the voice of
Lionel on the original Thundercat series. On the new Thundercat series, I'm Claudius, Lionel's father, and many other things. How are you, Rose?
I know you were Poker Face, too.
Well, that's right, I was, yeah. Poker Face, that was on Silverhawks, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also was Bluegrass on Silverhawks. And what else did I do, Rose? You know my recipe.
I know you did Karate Cat, too.
Well, I wasn't Karate Cat. I was a character called Boom Boom Burmese on Karate Cat.
Oh, okay. Now, see, that's where I was wrong. I thought you were Karate Cat.
Well, it's not your fault. I think a couple of websites have me listed as the voice of Karate Cat. But that was actually Bob McFadden.
Oh, okay.
That was Bob McFadden, who on Thundercats, or the original Thundercats, of course, was Snarf.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. You can't believe everything you read on the World Wide Web.
Yeah, I'm learning that really fast.
Yeah, I bet you are, because you've got a lot of stuff going on in there. You got RetroCon, which we're going to be at together on November 11th, right?
Yeah. And
you have a site for that, and you have your Facebook pages. I know you have, what's that one you have called, starts with an S?
Screamers Retro Flashbacks.
Screamers Retro Flash. You're very busy.
Yeah, I got a little tiger that's running around here, so if you hear, whenever I'm talking to you, if you hear this little rumbling noise.
Is it Tigra?
Yeah, actually, I told Tony, he says we just got him recently, and he's a little kitty cat. He's probably about, they said, 5 to 6 years old. But
really?
He's very energetic. Very energetic.
So it's a real cat. I thought maybe you were talking about like an action figure or something, but you got a real cat. And his name is Tigra, huh? Yeah,
he's striped, and Tony says, well, I'm going to call you Tiger. And I says, no. I says, let's compromise, and let's call him Tigra.
That's cute. I like that. How is Tony? How are you, Tony?
He's good. He's downstairs eating ice cream. I bought him ice cream. He's being...
Good idea. After all these years, people still send me pictures or they tell me about things that I never knew existed. Like somebody had I knew there were Thundercats lunch boxes and stuff, but somebody had a Thundercats big wheel. Remember the big wheels?
Actually, I have the big wheel, too.
The Lionel one?
Yep, the one, you know what it looks like? It looks like...
Maybe you're the one, maybe it was your picture that I saw.
Yeah, you know, it might have been. It actually looks like the Cat Slayer from the outside.
Yeah, that's the one. So I didn't know all these things existed, until the last few years when so they get all over the internet. So, November 11th, right, we're going to be at RetroCon.
Yep.
I don't know.
I did get Peter Newman, though. I've been talking back and forth with him, and...
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I'm going to see both Peter and Lynn and Jerry Ann Raphael in Los Angeles in September for ThunderCon PowerCon.
Yeah.
So I think it's September 22nd and 23rd. And so if you haven't heard back from them by then, I will jump on them and tell them to write you back.
Yeah, tell her. I actually had a couple fans. They're excited about this, and this is one thing I wanted to mention. This that I've had friends coming up to me. I have a lot of friends that want to come to the show. And I had a couple adults that bring their little kids up to me. They're friends of mine, and they'd bring the little kids up to me. And this little girl came up to me yesterday while I was at Monster Mania.
Yeah.
I had been handing out flyers. And she must have been I'm guessing about 4 years old. And she came up and says, this flyer doesn't say anything about the Thundercats on it, because it's one of my older flyers. And she says, aren't the Thundercats going to be there? And I says, yeah, the voices are going to be there, because her dad's been letting her watch all the original Thundercats.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so...
Well, I can't wait to meet her. Well, listen, when we're there, you be sure and point her out to me when she comes up, let me know that she's the one that you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what? I think she might be easy to spot anyways, because her daddy says she's thinking about dressing up as Chitara. Yeah, so the little kids are getting into it.
That's fantastic. And of course, we have the current series on the new Warner Brothers series, so that's bringing a lot of kids into it, too.
Yeah, you know what? During this interview, Tony wanted to ask about that, if the show was going to continue. Had you heard anything?
I don't know anything more than you do, believe me. Of course, people ask me that 100 times a day, and I don't know anything more than anybody else does. I mean, I have Thundercats was Bob McFadden, Earl Hammond, Earl Hyman, Peter Newman, Lynn Lipton, and me, the original cast. And then Jerry and Raphael joined us the second year.
I don't mean to cut you off for a minute, but I've got a cat going crazy here.
Little tiger.
Yeah, he's why don't you run downstairs and play with your mouse toy?
That's what I used to always tell Tiger himself. Go play with your mom.
He's running around and he's got a hold of a bag, and he's rattling it all over the place.
They like to play.
Yeah.
So let's see. You asked me about the other actors.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, they were some of the best actors in the business. I mean, it was such a treat to work with all those guys. I mentioned the names already. And from the very first taping of episode 1 of Thundercats, we all realized what a great team we were. So many talented people and great senses of humor. I mean, I just had a great time working with that group. And then we worked on Thundercats for almost 3 years, 130 episodes. And then we started doing Tiger Sharks, Silverhawks, before we finished recording Thundercats. We were doing both series for a few months there. And then we went on to do, as you mentioned, Tiger Sharks. Then we did Karate Cat, Street Frogs, oh gosh, so many things. And then we did, most of us, the same people, recorded some holiday animated specials for Rankin Bass. Star for Jeremy, 12 Days of Christmas, oh gosh, Life and Adventures of Santa Claus. So my point is, most of us worked together for several years, 4, 5, 6 years together consecutively. So we became quite a little, we used to joke we were almost like a road troupe, that we'd go out on the road and do shows, same group of people over and over. But it was a great experience. I mean, we became like family,
Yeah. Do you have any toys? Do you have anything, do you remember your time with Thundercats or any of those
Oh, you mean like action figures?
Action figures, like yep.
Actually, it's a good question. Actually, I have one Lion-O action figure from the original series that I didn't even know I had until I started looking through some things in the attic and came across it. But it's not, it's been played with by all my kids over the years and all my grandkids and stuff. It's not like mint in the box, And I do have a few of the Aquatis from the new series because Hasbro gave me a bunch of those, when I went to the signing for them in LA last year. But no, other than that, I don't have anything left over from the original series, any action figures, or I've got 2 or 3 cells, animation cells, which they don't even use anymore because it's all digital now and it's all on computer. But this was back from when they used to, the plastic cells. They had to draw each frame hand by hand, frame by frame by hand.
Yeah.
That's about all I've got, though.
Do you have?
I know you've got lots of them. I've seen your pictures on Facebook.
Actually, I showed that to Peter Newman recently too, and he says, "Wow, you are really dedicated." And I said, "Yeah, I just don't have no tiger sharks. I have one broken one."
I was going to say I didn't even know if they made any figures from tiger sharks, but apparently they did. Huh?
Yeah, actually, there's been some online occasionally, but I always miss them, and I guess I do have some friends that are going to be setting up at RetroCon that do have tiger sharks. I just don't know if they're going to be selling them or not. They might say, "Ha, look and can't touch."
I think I played Dolph on that show. Yeah, Dolph.
Dolphin. Now, was he was a dolphin type character?
Yes, half man, half dolphin.
What did he sound like?
I don't remember.
And do you remember how many?
I honestly don't remember. That's and I don't remember what my other character, Commander, no, that was on Silverhawks. They all kind of meld together. except for Thundercats. Of course, I remember most of the characters I did on Thundercats because we all did, over the 130 episodes, we all did hundreds of voices, But I don't remember. And I remember what Bluegrass sounded like on Silverhawks.
Yeah. You know what? Can I, in saying that, before we end this, can you do like a montage, like all the characters that you can remember? Just say anything silly you want to say.
Wow, you put me on the spot here. I've never done this before.
You can make it as serious, as silly, or...
Okay, here we go. Let me see what I can come up with here. Hi, I'm Larry Kenney. I'm a voiceover actor, and I've done the voices of different people on animated series like Thundercats. I did the voice of Lion-O, Lord of the Thundercats. Sword of Omens, come to my hand. And also on that show I did Jackal Man, who was one of the evil mutants. We're going to get those Thundercats, yes. And I did lots of other voices on that show. And then on Silverhawks, if you remember that show, I was Colonel Bluegrass. He was the guy, flew the fighter plane and played the guitar and tried to teach a kid lessons and all that. And then, let's see, on Tiger Sharks. Yeah, I was. He sounded like this a little Irish. I have no idea why, but I think it was an Irish voice. It's been a long time, and I don't remember. And then on television cartoons, on commercials, you may know me as Sonny the Cuckoo Bird. Oh yeah, I won't go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Yahoo! And I've been also for 35 years been the voice of Count Chocula or Count Chocula cereal. Frightfully delicious. And let's see, one more. Currently, I'm on the Skittles candy commercials. I'm the guy at the end of the commercial who always says something like, "Taste the rainbow, feel the rainbow." That's me.